next portion of building your portfolio with Bootstrap. In this tutorial, we're going to really dig into Bootstrap itself, and we're going to take a look at a few templates and then start implementing them into our site. So let's get started. To get your Bootstrap started, we're going to want to go to Get Bootstrap, and if you haven't already, you need to download the Bootstrap file. So this will come in a zip file and it'll contain everything that you need. So while that is downloading, we'll go to CyberDuck and open up our connection. And we're going to put our files into the CyberDuck. So right now, let's make a folder. Let's make a folder for our portfolio project. And this will house all of our pages and our Bootstrap code. So go ahead and open the portfolio and then open your Bootstrap file. And now I'm going to want to copy and paste all of this into the folder for the portfolio. What this does is Bootstrap communicates with the already existing file, so you don't have to worry about the styling and the fonts and the JavaScript because it's all housed within Bootstrap's zip file already. So now that we have that in there, we'll go ahead and set up our pages that we formed in Lucidchart that we know we're going to be using. So I have a home page, and remember to label it HTML. And I have an about page. And I have a CV page. A contact page. And finally, the most important, my work page. So now I have all of my pages for my directory, and I have all of the Bootstrap files. So now what we can do is start looking for templates that really fit how we want our website to function. So what I'm going to use is Start Bootstrap, and they have some really pretty themes and templates just like on WordPress. So feel free to look through all of these to see which one really matches the look and feel that you're going for. I'm just going to use this portfolio item. And we can preview it. And right up here is really what I'm looking for my circular architecture. So in the navigation bar, all of my pages will be listed up here on every single page. The only thing that will change will be the content. So I'm going to download the files and then open them. And then you just want the index file because we already have the CSS, the fonts, and the JS. So if you didn't download from the Get Bootstrap, if you didn't download all of these, many of the themes will already come with all of the files that you need. You don't need both. So I'm just going to paste in the index file. And then if we go to our text wrangler, we can open up that index file. And then I'm just going to move it over to my home page. So I'm going to highlight it all, copy, and then paste it in there. And so what we had pasted at the top already, this already has, so you don't want to duplicate any of that. So now let's just save it to see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to mine, which is Portfolio Home. So now you can see how this matches this. There's a little bit of formatting that we'll have to change, but not much. So now you already have your page set up. Now let's just look through the code and try to make sense of it. So now let's look through our body text and try to figure out what is what. The great thing about these templates is that they label everything very clearly for you. So right now we can see that this section is all the navigation. So I see my about, I see services, and I see contact up there. Now remember that this is the hyperlink, and right now they only have a filler because they don't have anything that they want to hyperlink it to. So this is where our link is going to go, and then this is just going to change our word. So let's keep the about because I have an about page. Let's change this to work. I have a contact page. I don't have another nav link up here. So all I'm going to do is copy and paste another one in. And then this will change to my CV. And then the Start Bootstrap one up here, I think is a good place for the home. So now let's save that and then refresh this page, and you can start to see how this is coming together. Now I want to create a link to those pages. So right now if I go to those pages, there won't be anything there. There won't be anything there. But if I copy the link and I put it in the link where it's supposed to be, then my home page knows that the about is going to come to this page. So like we talked about before, this is the hyperlink reference, which is our URL where it's directing it to go. And then our text is just what's being shown. So now when we refresh this and we click about, it's going to go to my about page. I can continue that for all of my other pages. And the great thing about this is when I have the navigation bar hooked up with all of these hyperlinks, I can copy and paste the whole code on this page and paste it into my about page, my work page, CV, and contact pages. So you can start quickly really building these pages. Now let's go back to our home and look around more of this page. So if we come down here, the easiest way to figure out where things are on your page and what it's associated with is looking for this text. So right now I see that this text portfolio item is showing up somewhere on here. And that will give me an idea of what that code matches to. So I know that portfolio item must control this. So if I go back, I will just change this header to Tatum's portfolio. Refresh, and we can see how this starts changing. Once we get all of the content into our page, we'll start dealing with the styling because right now the navigation bar is cutting off my body. And that will be a really easy fix later on. So right now, let's just focus on the content. So as you explore your page and start setting up your website, just take a look around and figure out what code goes with which elements on the page. So get started doing that, and then in the next section, we'll get even deeper into styling and formatting. Now that you've had time to play around with your Bootstrap template a little bit, just keep digging in a little bit deeper and see what each element does on the page and how it changes. And then you'll start to be able to figure out how to move along and get it to look like what you want. The further you go, the more it's going to start shaping up and looking exactly how you want it.